Hi, good morning to everyone. In this class, I am going to explain the next concept, electromagnetic induction. It is a duration of 1 week. Electromagnetic induction. Next one, what is the origin of electromagnetic induction and what is the main difference between moving charges magnetism and also electromagnetic induction? Observe చేయండి. In case of moving charges and magnetism, according to Oersted theory, a current carrying conductor that will produce a magnetic field around it. Okay, that means electrical energy converts into magnetic energy. The reverse concept means how the magnetic energy converts into electrical energy, that can be explained in electromagnetic induction. Okay, right. First one, the scientist Faraday conducted a series of experiments how the magnetic energy converts into electrical energy, and he gave two laws which are known as the Faraday's first law and Faraday's second law, and there are some applications regarding to Faraday's second law. Next one, Lenz law, so that gives the direction of EMF. Okay, but here how the magnetic energy converts into electrical energy means we should know the concept about the magnetic field and also magnetic flux and formula corresponding to magnetic flux. Okay, so what is meant by magnetic flux or simply a magnetic line of force? Magnetic lines means the imaginary path travelled by a unit north pole in any magnetic field is known as the magnetic lines of force. Okay, the number of lines crossing through the given area is known as the magnetic flux. Okay, magnetic flux. That's why what is meant by a magnetic flux? So here the concept is electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. See here, in the first concept is what is meant by a magnetic field? Sorry, magnetic flux. Magnetic flux is represented by phi. And what is the definition for it? The total number of magnetic lines of forces passing through the given area is known as the magnetic flux. Okay. Suppose here this is a uniform magnetic induction field. In case of uniform magnetic induction field, magnetic lines of forces are always straight and parallel. These are the magnetic lines of forces in case of uniform magnetic field. Uniform magnetic induction field is B. Okay. In this uniform magnetic field, let us imagine one coil or one area. ఏదన్నా ఒక కాయిల్ ఇచ్చేసి ఇలా ఉంచబడుతున్నాం. Again, let us imagine a small area on the given body. This is equal to small area. Small area is represented by dA. Small areas are considered as the vectors. What is the direction of area vector always? It is always along the normal drawn to the plane. Suppose ఇక్కడ ఈ plane normal గీసామనుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. This gives the aerial vector dA or dA. Angle between aerial vector and also field is equal to theta. Okay, this is the field direction. Angle between the aerial vector and field is equal to theta. Now the magnetic flux passing through the small area is represented by d phi. D phi is equal to, this can be defined as b bar dot dA bar. B bar dot dA bar. Or this is equal to a bar dot b bar is equal to AB cos theta. And this is equal to b into dA into cos theta, and theta is the angle. D phi is equal to b into dA into cos theta. flux passing through the entire body or the entire plane, the total magnetic flux linked with the given coil is given by phi. Phi can be applied as integral d phi, that is equal to integral b into dA into cos cos. Again, phi is equal to b into dA. Integral dA is equal to a. Total area b into a into cos theta. So this is the formula for total magnetic flux linked with the. Okay. Later this can also be written as phi is equal to b bar dot a bar. Phi is equal to b bar dot a bar. Magnetic flux linked with the. So from this concept we conclude that dot product of any two vectors is always a scalar. That means magnetic flux is always a scalar. Okay now? Magnetic flux is always a scalar. Now then, what is the unit corresponding to magnetic flux? Phi can be represented in Webers. Okay now? Phi can be represented in Webers. Because SI unit of flux is equal to SI unit can be represented as Weber. Okay na? ఇది ఒకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి తర్వాత మిగిలిన చూడొచ్చు. SI unit is equal to Weber. Phi is equal to V bar dot Weber. Now again here special points or some more important points. First one, suppose if the plane of the body or the plane of the coil is perpendicular to the field direction. If the plane of the coil is perpendicular to B bar, field direction means ఇలా ఉంటాము. ఇది field direction. Plane of the coil is placed perpendicular to field direction. ఇలా. Exactly. The magnetic lines of forces are moving like this. This plane is perpendicular to plane of the field direction. And what is the angle between normal drawn to the plane of the coil and also B? It will be 0. దీనికి నార్మల్ తీస్తే నార్మల్ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంటుంది. అంటే this is the area vector and this is the B bar. కానీ the plane of the coil is placed perpendicular to field direction, that means theta is equal to 0. If theta is equal to 0, magnetic flux linked with the coil phi is equal to BA cos 0 is equal to 1. And phi is equal to B into A. This is the maximum flux linked with the grid. Again, second point. Suppose if the plane of the coil is placed perpendicular to field direction. If the plane of the coil is plane of the coil is parallel to the field direction. This is the uniform magnetic induction field which is equivalent to V bar, and the given coil is placed in the field whose plane is lying in the plane of the field. Just it is. It is the given coil. దీనికి నార్మల్ లైన్ ఇస్తే నార్మల్ ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంటుంది. This is the area vector. Now what is the angle between area vector and field? Here in case of theta is equal to 90 degrees. That implies cos theta is equal to cos 90 is equal to 0. Therefore flux linked with the coil phi is equal to BA cos theta and phi is equal to 0. This is the minimum. Cut minimum flux linked with the coil phi is equal to 0. Maximum flux is equal to B into A. Okay. Suppose the coil is having n turns. Total flux phi is equal to BAN. Ikkada phi is equal to 0. Okay na? Once again, if theta is equal to 180 degrees, means plane of the coil is placed parallel perpendicular to the field direction, and also area vector is opposite to field direction. Theta becomes 180. Cos 180 minus 1. Phi is equal to minus B into A. That means in this case the flux is negative. So from these three experiments we conclude that the total magnetic flux linked with the coil may be positive or zero or negative. Okay. So this is the concept about the magnetic flux. Next one, how the magnetic energy converts into electrical energy using Faraday's experiments. See clearly here. Faraday's experiment. Faraday's experiment. Experiment 1. Faraday's experiment. So according to Faraday's experiment, suppose it is a coil, a circular coil. Okay, circular coil. Now again, these are the two ends of the circular coil. Let one end of the circular coil is connected to a galvanometer and another end is also connected to next terminal of the galvanometer. This is the galvanometer. Okay, galvanometer. So what is the galvanometer and what is the working of galvanometer and what is the importance of galvanometer? Galvanometer is a device used in the electric circuit which can indicate the direction and also magnitude of the current. Direction of the current and also magnitude of the current also. Yala. Suppose here this is the galvanometer construction. Ela unthundi galvanometer. Okay. Galvanometer ela unthundi. Again here there is a reading 0, ఇటువైపు 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. ఇటువైపు కూడా 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. నీడిల్ వచ్చేసి కరెక్ట్ గా ఇలా మధ్యలో ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఇస్ ద galvanometer. Okay. When there is no current in the external circuit, electric circuit, needle shows the 0. Suppose if the current is passing through the electric circuit in one direction, maybe the needle will be deflected like this. Ila deflect ayindi. Ila deflect ayindi ante current will flow in one direction and whose magnitude is 2 amperes. So in the other way, suppose if the needle may be deflected like this, ila deflect ayindi antaru, it may deflect ayindi. The current will moving in opposite direction and also whose magnitude is 2 amperes. So that's why depending on direction, depending on vibration of the given needle in the galvanometer, this indicates the direction of the current and also magnitude. Okay, this is galvanometer connect system. It is a circular coil. Now a galvanometer is connected across the two ends of the circular coil in the form of a closed circuit. You know. Now here, what is the reading of the galvanometer? This experiment now, reading of the galvanometer is equal to 0. Here in this closed circuit there is no electrical source. Battery gaani leda electric cell gaani alanti eni levu. Kadi electric battery and electric cell, they are the sources in introducing the current in the circuit. But here there is no electric cell. Electric cell levu ante no current in the circuit, closed circuit. Means galvanometer reading is equal to 0. Okay. Next one, Faraday observed that suppose a ball magnet is taken, it is a long ball magnet. Okay, it is a long ball magnet. It is kept just above the circular coil such that north pole of the given magnet facing towards the given coil. Ila పెట్టాము. Ila పెట్టి suppose if the magnet is moving towards the coil fast, faster moving move chesamantunnam. At that moment he observed that there is a deflection produced in the galvanometer. Otherwise, if the magnet is sharply taken away from the given coil, at that moment also there is a deflection in the galvanometer but in opposite direction. Okay. Similar results will be obtained keeping the magnet is constant or magnet is at rest and coil is moving towards the magnet or away from the magnet. Okay, but if the magnet and also given coil both are at rest, there is no deflection observed in the galvanometer. Okay, but when there is a deflection produced in the galvanometer, when there is a relative motion between the magnet and the coil, then only the galvanometer shows a deflection. If the galvanometer can show a deflection means ఈ క్లోజ్ సర్క్యూట్ లో galvanometer డిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయింది అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా there should be a current. But here there is no electric cells. Even though the current is passing through the given closed circuit, so that's why suppose the current is passing through the given circuit is equal to IL current ఇలా flow. ఓకేనండి, మరి ఇందులో how this current is passing through the given circuit means there is only condition, there is when there is a relative motion between the coil and the magnet. Okay na? Suppose the magnet and the coil both are moving along the same direction with same velocity. That means relative velocity between them is equal to 0. At that moment also galvanometer reading is equal to 0. Okay? But here the current will be induced inside this closed circuit when there is a relative motion between the magnet and coil. Okay, that is called as the Faraday's first observation and is also called as the Faraday's first law. So observe cheyandi kada, current flow avundi ante manaku telusu current is always going from higher potential region to lower potential region. That means there should be a potential difference developed between two ends of the given coil. That potential difference is called as the EMF. Okay, the EMF induced in the coil is called induced EMF, and the current generated inside the coil is called as the induced current, and this total concept is known as the electromagnetic induction. Okay, so observe what is the definition for Faraday's first law exactly. When there is a relative motion between the magnet and coil, at that moment the current will be induced inside the given coil or EMF is developed between two ends of the given coil. The current is called induced current and the EMF is called induced current, and this concept is called as the electromagnetic induction. So this is called as the Faraday's first law. అంత లెంగ్తీగా రాకపోయినా ఎగ్జామినేషన్లో 2 మార్క్స్ ఇచ్చాడు అనుకోండి, డిఫైన్ Faraday's first law of electromagnetic induction అలా ఇండికేట్ చేస్తాడు. When there is a relative motion between the magnet and coil, EMF or current will be induced inside the given coil. Enough. So that is the first experiment. అలా చేశాడు. ఎందుకు ఇది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది అనేటువంటిది he will explain what amount of EMF will be generated between the two ends of the given coil and what is the amount of current. ఈ రెండు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయడం కోసం he do the second experiment. Okay, are you understand? అబ్జర్వ్ చేశారు కదండి. అలానే there is another experiment 2 for the same condition. Second experiment ఏంటి అంటే, suppose let us consider a solenoid like it is a cylindrical hollow non-conducting tube. At one end of the cylindrical hollow non-conducting tube, a wire is wounded in the form of some number of turns. ఇలా ఇండికేట్ చేసామనుకోండి, and between its ends let us connect a battery, positive polarity, negative polarity, to a plug key cable, plug key A plus or minus. Again one more another insulated copper wire is wounded on the another end. ఇక్కడ ఇంకో వైర్ తీసి కనెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము. Okay na? Also, the other end of the wire is connected across a galvan. ఇలా galvan connect చేసామంటాం. That is the second experiment. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి మధ్యలో తీసుకుంది? It is a cylindrical hollow non-conducting pipe. Okay na? It is called as a core. మరి ఇక్కడ hollow means inside the given cylindrical one there should be an air medium. Permeability of air medium is equal to, it is taken as mu naught. Right. One end, this is a wire which is wound in the form of number of turns. Finally, this is connected to a battery across the battery through the key. There is one second coil. Across the second coil, a galvanometer is connected. If the key A is open, there is no deflection observed in the galvanometer. Suppose if the key is closed at that moment, key close చేసామనుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, current will start flowing through this primary circuit. Okay? Current will increases from 0 to a maximum value. At the moment of pressing the key or closing the key, at the moment he observed that there should be a deflection produced in the current. But this experiment is continued until a maximum current is flows through the given coil. After some time, again the galvanometer deflection is equal to 0. Now, suppose if the key is open. Key is open means current in the coil will be decreased from maximum value to 0 instantaneously. At that moment, there is a deflection produced in the galvanometer just in opposite direction. That means, at the time of closing the switch or opening the switch, at that moment only there should be a current generated inside the secondary coil, or the EMF produced in the secondary coil. This EMF is called as the induced EMF and the current is called as the induced current. And behind this, what is the reason? It is a current carrying coil, you know. Suppose this is the axis of the solenoid. Along the axis inside the given solenoid, field B is equal to, what is the formula? U naught N I. Okay. Suppose if V1 V naught N I, when the current is starting flowing through it, there should be a field generated inside the given coil. How? Field generated అయిన టైంలో మాత్రం ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి ఏమవుతుంది? Field generated అంటే this coil behaves like a thin magnetic shell. One end of the given coil is north pole, second one is south pole. If the current is increasing, field also increases. Field increases, B increases means flux also increases. Okay na? Flux increase అవుతుంది. At the time of increasing the flux, there should be a galvanometer developed inside the secondary coil. Okay na? Because these are the two experiments. See here, what is the direction of the magnetic lines? Magnetic lines in case of a bar magnet always starting from the north pole and ends on south pole. This is a north pole. These are the magnetic lines. These are the magnetic lines of forces emitted from the given north pole. Ila okay. Suppose if the magnet is just placed just above the current, just above the coil, and is moving towards the coil, what happens? The flux will increase the coil. Flux means number of lines passing through the given coil. దగ్గరగా ఇలా మూవ్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది అంటే maximum number of lines may be interact with the given coil. Flux increases. At the time of change in flux, a current will be induced inside the bulb. Okay, Randy? But what is the main reason here? When there is a relative motion between the magnet and coil, there should be a change in magnetic flux linked with the coil. At the time of change in magnetic flux linked with the coil, a current or EMF will be induced inside the given closed loop, which are called as the induced current or EMF. Okay? Here also, when the switch is closed, at the moment current is starting flowing through it. When the current is increasing from 0 to maximum value, B also increases. B increases means flux phi is also equal to B into A. Flux increases. At the time of increasing flux, a current will be induced inside the coil. Similarly, when the switch is open, means current starts decreasing. B value decreases. Magnetic flux in the coil also decreases. So, at the time of decreasing flux also, okay, na, current will be induced. That means when there is a change in magnetic flux linked to the coil, when there is a change in magnetic flux linked to the coil, at that moment the current or EMF will be induced inside the coil. This is called as Faraday's experiment or Faraday's first law of electromagnetic induction. Right? Okay. Next one, it is the first law. Faraday's first law. Next one, Faraday's second law. It is also called Newman's law. Faraday's second law, Newman's law. So, Faraday's second law is used to find the amount of induced EMF inside the given coil. So, he assumed that the induced EMF is always directly proportional to, according to Faraday's experiment, induced EMF is always directly proportional to the rate of change in magnetic flux linked with the coil, d phi by dt. Okay? When there is a change in flux increases, more amount of current will be induced. More amount of EMF also increases. Okay? Because induced EMF is always directly proportional to rate of change in magnetic flux linked with the coil. Also here, negative sign is also there. But ఇక్కడ నెగటివ్ సైన్ ఎందుకు వస్తుంది అనేటువంటిది నెగటివ్ సైన్ ఇండికేట్స్ ద EMF and also rate of change in flux are opposite. Why they are opposite? That can be explained in the next concept, Lenz's law. Okay. But E proportional to minus d phi by dt or E is equal to some constant k minus k into d phi by dt. So experimentally it is found that the value of proportionality constant is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1 అయితే E is equal to minus d phi by dt. E is equal to minus d phi by dt. Very important, my dear friends. Induced EMF according to Newton, Faraday's second law, E is equal to minus d phi by dt. How can you define Newton Faraday's second law of electromagnetic induction? The induced EMF generated inside a coil is directly proportional to a rate of change in magnetic flux linked with the coil. Enough. According to this formula for induced EMF, E is equal to minus d phi by dt. Minus d phi by dt. See here, from Faraday's second law, induced EMF E is equal to d phi by dt minus d phi by dt. Here, case 1. Suppose if the magnetic flux linked with the coil changes from phi 1 to phi 2 in t seconds. Then what is the value of induced EMF? Induced EMF E is equal to formula minus d phi by dt, or this is equal to minus of d phi is equal to change in magnetic flux. Always it is equal to final minus initial by a time of t seconds. Cut E is equal to ento tondi phi 1 minus phi 2 by t. Okay. Induced EMF E is equal to phi 1 minus phi 2 by case 1. Case 2. Suppose here, magnetic flux phi is equal to what the value? B A. If the coil has n turns, B A N cos theta. Flux linked with the coil phi is equal to B A N into cos theta. So therefore, induced EMF E is equal to what the formula? Minus d phi by dt. Okay. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి అంటే, suppose here number of turns remaining constant ఇదే మార్పు మేబీ ఫీల్డ్ చేంజ్ అవ్వచ్చు, వేరింగ్ ఫీల్డ్ తీసుకోవచ్చు, ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ది గివెన్ కాయిల్ చేంజ్ అవ్వచ్చు. theta means angle, angle made by the normal drawn to plane of the coil to the field direction. As the coil will rotates, theta will also be changed. So that's why here B, area and theta, these are the variables. So one by one చూడండి. ఈ కేసు చూడండి. ఫస్ట్ వన్, suppose if B changes with respect to time, that means B is variable ఉన్నాము, remaining parameters are constant. What is the value of induced EMF? E is equal to minus d by dt of formula ఏంటండి phi, d phi by dt కదా. phi is replaced by dan cos theta. That is equal, only B can be changes with respect to time, remaining parameters constant. What are the constant values? A minus a into n into cos theta into, okay na, dB by dt dB by dt ఫార్ములా ఎలా ఇండికేట్ చేసుకుంటాం, ఓకేనా. అలానే సెకండ్ కండిషన్ ఈస్, దీంట్లో సెకండ్ కండిషన్, సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ది కాయిల్ చేంజెస్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు టైం, ఇఫ్ capital A changes with respect to time, ఏ వాల్యూ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది అనుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, ఏరియా ఆఫ్ ది గివెన్ కాయిల్ విల్ బి చేంజెస్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు టైం. దట్ మీన్స్ area of the given coil will be increases or decreases with respect to time. So in that situation, induced EMF E can be written as minus d by dt of B A n cos theta. ఇందులో only A is variable, remaining values are constant. Minus B into n into cos theta into can be written as dA by dt. Okay. Formula for induced EMF. And third one is, ఒకవేళ suppose if the coil itself is rotating about its own axis with a constant angular velocity omega. Rotate అవుతుందంటే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా వాల్యూ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. If the coil rotates with a constant angular velocity omega, avuna, then how do you write the formula for induced EMF? E is equal to minus d by dt of BAN into cos theta, right? Here BAN are constants, minus BAN into, avuna, d by dt of theta, cos theta, d by dt of cos theta. Again, in case of rotating motion, angular velocity omega is equal to angular displacement by time. From this, theta is replaced by omega into t. Therefore, minus BAN into d by dt of cos theta is replaced by omega t. That is equal to minus BAN d by dt of cos omega t is equal to, what is this value? Minus sin omega t into, again d by dt of omega t is equal to omega. That is equal to minus plus BAN omega into sin omega t. BAN omega into sin omega t. అర్థమైంది? Therefore, this can also be written as E is equal to E naught into sin omega t. E is equal to E naught into sin omega t. Here what is E naught? E naught is equal to ఈ వాల్యూ అవుతుంది. That is the amplitude కదా అవుతుంది. అంటే maximum EMF or amplitude of the induced EMF is equal to BAN into omega. BAN into omega. So this is the concept which is used in the AC generator. AC generator లో ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ యూజ్ చేస్తే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి. అర్థమైంది? కానీ ఇక్కడ B only changes, area only changes. Here omega will be constant but theta will be changes. EMF values which is indicate చేసి. అలానే Suppose here case 3, observe the case 3. Suppose if a coil is having area capital A, number of turns n, which is kept in the uniform magnetic induction field, and initially let the coil is kept perpendicular to field direction. Suppose this is the field direction. Okay. The coil is kept perpendicular to field direction. Plane of the coil is kept perpendicular to field direction. This is the aerial vector and this is the field direction. But initially theta is equal to 0. Theta equal to 0. What is the value of induced EMF or the flux? What is flux calculation? The flux passing through the given coil is represented by phi is equal to, or phi 1 is equal to B A N cos theta cos 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1, it is equal to B A. Okay, equation 1. Now the coil is rotated. చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఈ coil, it is a field direction. Okay, plane of the coil is normal, draw చేస్తే normal and field both are in the same direction. Now if the coil is rotating through 180 degrees like this, 180 degrees angle rotate చేసామనుకున్నాం, ఇది కదా ప్లేన్ అవుతుంది. ప్లేన్ ఏరియల్ గీస్తే ఇలా వెక్టార్ వస్తుంది, and aerial vector should be opposite to field direction. So here if the coil is rotating, through 180 degrees, so this is the situation, field, and this is the given coil. Here the aerial vector వచ్చేసి ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంటుంది, field వచ్చేసి ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో, and the theta is equal to 180 degrees. Theta is equal to 180 degrees. Now therefore the magnetic flux linked with the coil is given by phi is equal to ఎంత అవుతుంది, minus BAN is equation 2. Find the value of magnetic induced EMF generated inside the given coil in carbon. Induced EMF E is equal to phi minus of phi 2 minus phi 1 by t. In a time of t seconds, t is the value. In a time of t seconds, the coil is rotated through an angle of 180 degrees. That is equal to value of phi 1 minus phi 2 by. What is phi 1? BAM. Okay. Minus of phi 2 is equal to minus BAM by t. This is equal to minus plus 2BAN by. Okay అండి, ఇప్పుడు చెప్పినటువంటి ఫార్ములాస్ లో ఈ ఫార్ములాస్ ఇండ్యూస్డ్ ఈఎంఎఫ్ ఫార్ములాస్ అన్ని కనుక మీకు గుర్తుండే పని అయితే 99.9% ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఫారడేస్ లా పైన ఈజీగా చేసేసుకోవచ్చు. అర్థమైందా? అగైన్ హియర్ దేర్ ఇస్ వన్ మోర్ కండిషన్. See here, an induced EMF will be generated inside the coil. Induced EMF E can be written as E equal to minus d phi by d. Okay. Then what is the formula for induced current? Induced current is represented by I. According to Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. I equal to E by R. That is equal to 1 by R into E is equal to minus d phi by dt. You know, this is the formula for induced current. 1 by R into minus d phi by dt. గుర్తుంటుందా? లేదా phi is also equal to BAN. రాసుకోవచ్చు, దీనిలో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసుకుంటే ఇండ్యూస్డ్ కరెంట్ వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇండ్యూస్డ్ ఛార్జ్? ఇండ్యూస్డ్ ఛార్జ్ ఫార్ములా అంటే I is the instantaneous current. Instantaneous current I is also equal to the formula dq by dt kada. dq by dt is equal to minus 1 by r into d phi by dt. Right? dt dt cancel. Therefore dq is equal to minus 1 by r into d phi. dq is minus 1 by r into d phi. This is the induced charge, or q is equal to integral dq minus 1 by r into integral dq. ఇది ఫార్ములా ఫర్ ఇండ్యూస్డ్ ఛార్జ్. ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి, బోత్ సైడ్స్ సైన్ కరెంట్స్ క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతాయి. అంటే ఏంటి, ఇండ్యూస్డ్ ఛార్జ్ ఈజ్ ఇండిపెండెంట్ ఆన్ టైం. వెరీ 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 ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్. The induced charge inside the given closed circuit is independent on time. Remember this point by students. Okay na? So if you know all these formulas including this concept, you can do the sums corresponding to induced EMF according to Faraday's law, module 1, module 2, class work, homework. Okay na?